LOL is
no
too much.
LLS.
I don't know. I don't know. It probably means.
Look, lady, stop. That's all I guess.
I don't know. Probably figure
Look,
out.
lady, stop.
That's all I know.
Oh my gosh, it probably does mean that.
We got it.
Yeah, we know.
Thank you.
This is just how we do it. Hello, everybody. It's Matt, the mother. Fucking dragon.
Did you just get thirsty off of your own self?
A little bit.
Is that what happened?
A little bit. Caught a little glimpse of myself in the TV. No, I'm just joking. Go ahead, continue.
And across from him, as always, Gentleman Jack. And today we have the lovely
Adelie.
Adelie!
I just go by your first name.
You just go by our first name? Adelie, you're a professional.
I am.
Okay.
I'm
You
professional.
have to tell
you
them
gotta
your
first say professional
whole
what?
name.
Yeah.
Wait up.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I could be professional.
You gotta
anything.
say, you gotta say your whole name
No, that's it.
and your abbreviation.
Beyonce don't put her whole name.
Oh,
That's not her real name
jeez.
either.
That's not her real name though.
That's her alias.
No, my last name's Intarian.
Okay. So Adelie Intarian.
Yep.
And you are a
So I am a dietitian.
yes.
I'm a dietitian. Yeah, that's what I do.
That's it. Well, guys, good interview because apparently that's
That's
it.
it. We're done. So let's just get the this difference between nutritionist and dietitian?
I love this question.
Because I was on, I know, I was like, after we posted, I was like, did I offend her? By calling her the nutritionist?
No, you. I didn't want to say,
Ooh,
and
she
I
got
don't
triggered.
because some people don't know. But that's what I'm here to
She called you
help.
stupid.
No, I didn't call
Love
him
it.
stupid.
It's okay.
That's not a nice word. That's not a nice word. But no, I'm here to educate. I'm here to educate.
Educate the ignorance of this man.
Hey, that's what
It's
I
not
am.
it's
No,
really.
it's
yeah, you
fine.
just-
I'm ignorant to the subject, so that's why you're here.
Yeah. So, okay. A nutritionist, anyone can be called a nutritionist. So if you love living healthy, you can be called a nutritionist.
Okay.
Okay. A dietitian, get ready for this. In order to be considered a dietitian, you have to have now in 2024, a master's in nutrition. And you have to do 1,200 hours of free intern at a hospital and community service. 1,200 hours is equivalent to 40 hours a week. So you have to give up or sacrifice a whole year of yourself, your life, and getting paid to do this job. Once you complete your 1,200 hours, you now are able to sit into the RD exam, which I take in a few weeks. And I'm so nervous.
So as of right now, you're technically a nutritionist.
It's called a RD2B.
But as of right now,
Yeah.
technically you're a
I'm
nutritionist.
because I haven't passed the exam.
So
But
no,
in
so
order-
I
So
didn't
I
offend.
see, I
No,
knew
you
it.
didn't
I got
offend
you.
me.
I got you,
didn't,
Matt.
That's why you didn't offend me, because I'm in the process.
Oh, is that so similar? Like for you, is like nutrition and dietitian. Would it be the same as in like calling a doctor Mister? Because I remember having teachers who had their PhDs
if
or
you have
their
your
doctorates or whatever, but I would call them Mister just to piss them off.
The-
But they would correct me, be like,
It's
doctor. I'm like,
No,
I do-
because you
Alright,
because
Mr.
you do
Michaels.
work hard. But I did complete those 1,200 hours, and that was the hardest year of my life because of all the sacrificing I had to do. So no, I want to be called a damn dietitian because I did non-paid interning for 40 hours a week for a whole year.
And during these interning, what are you doing?
So you do projects. You do projects. You have to work as a dietitian. So my first rotation, for example, was at a clinical setting. So it's at a hospital. The hospitals, you do dietitian work, but they treat you like shit. You're the dietitian. You're not only getting their coffee, yes, but no one respects you. Like everyone is like, oh, she's not a real dietitian, and you're like, so everyone is just, asking you, well, my meal tastes disgusting. Can you change this? And it's like, no, I don't work for the kitchen. Like I'm here to help you on how to lower your sodium intake, things like that. So it is, you have to give up a lot.
Jeez.
Yeah, and even your self-esteem lowers because you're like, dude, I'm doing all of this to be a dietitian. If you truly love and have a passion for it, then once you complete it, it's definitely worth it because you've struggled and you made it. It's done. So I finished in October, and my internship, my dietetic internship was in Ohio. So my school was in Ohio, went there, graduated, and now I'm sitting in for the exam. So I've been studying a lot.
Nice. Well,
yeah, it's a lot.
We wish you the luck.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
We definitely gonna need to have you in after.
So it basically once you're done, you have your license. Yeah. So now I can accept insurances. So now insurances do, you can see a dietitian once they have that license, your NPI number. Okay, so yeah, that's all that means. But it's a lot. It means a lot.
Now, I'm going to ask you a question that someone told me to ask you. What's the money look like?
Okay.
what is a dietitian?
It's insurance, bro.
What does a dietitian really
I think
make?
It depends on your hustle. So sometimes some people settle. So the average, and it depends on your location. So in my internship, we all came from, since we were in Ohio, I was from Jersey, then you had people from California, you had people from actual Ohio, Texas, and each of us were comparing how we would get paid once we complete that internship. And we all had different, different salary. The big bucks is New York, California, and Texas. Why do you think Texas?
Why?
Texas is the most obese population in the U.S.
That's terrible.
Isn't it terrible?
That's terrible.
So
wait, it's not terrible. That's a good thing for you.
It's a good thing for me.
Everything's bigger in Texas. You know what I mean?
Why?
Everything is bigger. It's killing the people.
Yeah, but they're also giants too. They're like
they're tall?
At least everyone I know from Texas hits
awesome.
6'1", 6'2" easily.
That doesn't mean that you're allowed to be obese.
Well, technically, I'd be considered obese.
No.
Yeah, technically, I would be considered obese.
According to your BMI?
Yeah, so what's the real chart of... what's the real chart? Like, what's obese and what's not obese? Does it depend on, like, height
I like to go
differences?
off body fat percentage.
Okay.
Is that what you go off by? Don't go by BMI if you work out.
Okay.
So if you're a personal trainer, bodybuilder, do not use BMI. Yeah. Do not use BMI. Why not? Because your muscle is going to be heavier. So therefore, it's going to say, according to your height, you're overweight or you're obese. Get it? Because your muscles.
Okay. Why is the muscle heavier? I'm just gonna continue just asking because I want to break it down to simplify.
Basically, it's your
possible.
fat. So all of your fat. Oh my gosh, I love comparing the fat and the muscles. But there's model where it's a fat, right?
Yeah.
So it's 5 pounds of fat, and then 5 pounds of muscles. So basically, all it does is shrink, and it gets heavier. Okay. So you may look leaner, right? But you still means that you're the same weight. You're still considered healthier. You have less body fat. So how to prevent heart disease is having less body fat. So you're healthy. You're considered healthy. So don't go off BMI if you're body training. Go off your body fat percentage. And male and females are different.
So what if I'm just a regular civilian? Because I don't really work out a lot. Not anymore. So now I'm shooting.
Well, what's your BMI? I can check right now. I can check your BMI. Well, you just have to know your height and weight. I don't know if you want to say your height and weight.
Yeah, I have no problem. My height is 150.
So if you're a regular person, you do BMI, and if you're not, then you do body fat percentage.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you can't be.
Not if you're not a regular. What's not a regular?
Like
person?
a professional athlete or
an
something
athlete,
like that.
Yeah.
So
put it in. Put in your height and your weight.
Oh, I thought someone just tripping over here.
And then you put in your.
So
that's it.
Jack is putting in his
it's very simple. His height and weight.
Look at that. And
that's bad.
Oh my gosh, you're 1 point away. That's ridiculous.
What do you mean
1 point away?
25. 25.4.
Yeah.
For what?
That's ridiculous.
For your body fat percentage?
No, his BMI.
Body mass indicator.
It says that he's considered overweight.
You're a fat bastard.
Yeah, so what?
I've
That's
been
how
trying
it
to
is.
tell you that for the longest.
But for me, it's going to say overweight too because I lift.
Okay.
So that's why if you lift or do any sort of activity, you have to be careful with these BMIs.
Okay.
You want to put yours in?
I get what you're saying.
It's going to say obese.
It's going to say, what? It's going to say, go to the hospital. That's what it's going to say. Now, what I was noticing is, so what you're saying is, people who are just mom and pops.
Yes, check your BMI.
Check your BMI, and it's easy. You could go on Google, just check it out.
Yeah, that's it.
Jump on there, put BMI calculator, and they'll let you know. And what do you do with it?
Well, it'll determine. Okay, so when it comes to I've worked for like maybe 3 or 4 years with bariatric surgery, so that's weight loss surgical. And in order to qualify, you have to have a BMI over 35. So a lot of times, if a person is interested in, if a person is interested in getting bariatric surgery, BMI is very important because that's what we'll look for. So we'll calculate their BMI, and if their BMI is 34, we're like, listen, unfortunately, you don't qualify. But if your BMI is over 35, then you do.
So in other words, what they should do is gain that extra weight.
I hate doing that. As a dietitian, we never want to do that unless you're considered underweight. So what I have done, I put quarters in their pocket so they don't gain weight, because I don't want to do that. Right. As a professional, you're not going to be like, well, gain some more weight. You're already unhealthy. Like, no, that's terrible, just to be qualified. So I'll tell them to put quarters in their pocket.
You're terrible. Maybe you shouldn't be announcing this. But
I want them to do well. So I'm just like, to some people, bariatric surgery, it can save lives. It can be something very beneficial to their lives.
And what will be the worst case scenario that you will have to get that surgery?
Usually you have to have 3 comorbidities. So for example, maybe diabetes would be great. If you get the bypass, as soon as you wake up from surgery, you're pretty much, you don't have diabetes anymore, or it's lowered. You know, your sugars are normal, which is nice. But if you're getting like the sleeve, which is where they cut 80% of your stomach, same thing. Eventually your sugars normalize, and you have less risk of heart disease. You have less fat, and you obviously lose weight. That's our ultimate goal. Is to lose weight.
So wait, what's your take on the whole fat shaming nowadays?
Who's fat shaming?
No, like in the case of some people say, "Let me be fat and beautiful," but they don't want to do that.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So that's my question there. Like,
that's why. Okay, earlier how you said your BMI said overweight. Don't worry about things like that.
Yeah.
I'm really more concerned if like you're considered obese. Yes, you do have a health risk, but that person is aware of that. So just let them live. You know, if they're not trying to, or some people can be overweight and still their blood work comes out excellent. You know, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're terribly unhealthy. I don't know. Okay. That's a tough question. That's tough.
Let's say there was that one lady. My bad.
Go.
There was that one lady who I seen her. It was like the big. Anyway, she's a BBW, big beautiful woman, right? Okay. And I mean, big.
Yeah.
Oh, no, those are the SS BBW.
Yeah, that's the super size,
big, beautiful
omega chunky ladies. And there's a big population of. Not a big population. There's a population that likes them.
All right, I'm gonna sound fucked up. Basically, giant bags of mashed potatoes walking around. That's what I refer.
Let's just be honest. Do they walk?
Cart around. They're on the cart.
Wait, what's your question? No, what's your question? Because you just talking about potatoes.
But what is your take on like women who are like that more?
Not women, just people.
Okay, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Let me not genderify.
Women,
people who are just morbidly obese, morbidly, to the extreme.
Yeah.
And they love it. Like, do you just say,
let it be.
Just let it be, right?
You have to let it be.
That's what I've been saying.
You need to leave them alone.
If you're happy, right?
If you're happy, you let it.
But my thing is, cool. If you're happy, let it be. Right. I agree with that. Mm-hmm. Now, just like people are able to spew out the whole, too much muscle is disgusting, right? And if you have a lot of muscle, you can't complain about someone like, hey, your body's shaming me because I'm too muscular. Right. Mm-hmm. Now you're muscle shaming at that point.
I
right?
understand what you're saying.
But the moment someone's a little chubby, you're like, I feel that's disgusting, so I'm gonna go to the gym so I feel comfortable. Now they're like,
but now you're living for other people. So, all right, this incident happens to me often. So when I did work for the weight loss surgical center, I had a woman, or even men, they'll come to me crying, I want to get the surgery because I continue getting fat shamed. Right. Mm-hmm. Fast forward 6 months later, average you lose like 100 pounds. So 6 months later, they're maybe down, 60, 70 pounds. And they'll tell me, well, now I'm getting skinny shame. Now everyone's asking me, do you have cancer?
Or,
You know what I'm saying? So,
see, at that point, if I was this man, female, anything in between that's asked this question, I'd be like, yeah, I'm getting rid of the cancer in my life, and that's when you walk away from that
that's
person.
good. I
You
like
leave
that.
them be.
So stop living for other people. Like, and I would tell these, I would tell these, my clients, like, wait, why did you get the surgery done? Did you get it to please your coworkers, or did you get it for your health? So.
You know what it is too is
you gotta ignore them, yo.
a lot of at least damn, bro, guys, keep it professional. It's not,
him.
It's not like we've
I'm
done
a
this
professional nutritionist, not podcaster.
Right?
It's
Oh,
him.
see? But this guy over here.
And also, it's a podcast. Do what I want. You see what happened?
So no, you seriously, you have to ignore that negativity. Yes, you have to cut out that cancer. And if people ask you if you have cancer, it's none of your damn business. What if I do have cancer? What, are you going to pay for my medication? Like, leave me the hell alone.
Yeah,
I think I would just look at them straightforward, like, yeah, and I'd appreciate if you don't ask about it.
Okay, but even husbands and wives. So, all right, listen to this. I would have a situation where I would have a husband and wife, right? Let's say the wife, it doesn't matter which one it is, gets the surgery. They're both obese. The wife is losing weight. The husband will tell me, I cheated on my wife because I know she's gonna play me because she lost.
I heard
weight.
I heard something like that before.
So I sit there, and of course, it's confidential. I can't say anything to the wife, and I'm thinking, wow, this is terrible. Mm-hmm. So now the spouse, now their self-esteem lowers. This is the one that, or they'll say, oh, my wife has all this confidence now. Again, why are you getting the surgery? Is it for the health, or to please your significant other, or to please your family, or to please your coworkers? Do it for yourself.
That's one of the reasons why I stopped working out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because my wife would complain. She's like, "Oh, you got to go to the gym a lot." And
Yo,
blah, blah,
my
blah.
wife complains about me working out all.
And I'm like,
really?
The time,
Yeah.
and she knows it's the one thing that will make me not be aggro.
Well, why would you complain about
well,
that?
the thing is, like,
know.
my wife used to be. She's not big at all, but she used to be heavier than me.
Okay.
Right, so I used to be much lighter, and then she had a kid, or I'm sorry, we had a kid.
She had my kid, yes.
Yeah, basically,
You didn't help her.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Deliver.
Like 5 minutes. Well, actually, I held the leg.
That's nice.
Yeah, I held the leg in the.
That's
in the room.
important. I wouldn't
bro,
know.
You didn't help her deliver.
I held the leg. If that leg dropped, the baby wasn't coming.
You need leg holding.
I did a leg holding game too. Don't worry.
You see,
I guess
so we
I helped
helped
too. Yeah.
So she said you weren't there. I'm like,
Yeah,
I
yes,
held
I
your
was.
leg.
Actually, I was.
I used that
Actually, I
argument
delivered
all
that
the
baby
time,
myself.
You know what? That's it.
Sorry.
But no,
You guys couldn't handle it.
what do you mean?
Hell no.
You know what?
Men
Hold on,
couldn't
real quick.
handle
Let's
it.
switch this up.
I
wish like
not
a
playing this
woman
game.
understood just accidentally sitting on your nut.
Yo,
Just
Get out of here.
accidentally.
I wish you understood a cramp.
Listen,
I get them in my legs all the time.
Yeah.
No, stomach cramp is not the
I am
same.
not
Uterus
siding
cramp.
with you on this one, Jack. Hell no.
I'll do it.
If
I wore the
anything
strap.
starts
I can
bleeding
handle
out
that.
of me, I will scream.
Yeah,
Bro.
you would probably pass out.
I would just pass out from anything just
I have high
drop.
pain tolerance. I like it.
Oh, man.
Dude, what?
Then again, like this is what I tell my wife too. She's like, "Oh, the birth was hard." I'm like, "You basically sneezed."
Oh my gosh, that's terrible.
Well, it was true. Like,
Just comfort her and say, "Listen, I know."
comfort her. She wants me to speak truthfully to her. That's my truthful opinion. She had luckily, fortunately for her and us, the birth of both of our kids have been simple. Like,
That's good.
couple hours in, couple hours out. Like, no more than
And no
5-6
C-section.
hours. No C-section.
Oh, that's excellent.
No
That's always
epidurals. None of that. Right. So for the women out there, like, who I know had 20 hours labor,
Yeah.
I feel your pain, ladies.
You feel
Understand
the pain.
that.
That's
As
good.
for
You
my
don't feel
wife,
nothing.
love of my life, fuck you. You sneezed and the babies came out.
Cheating.
Right. But anyways, back to the question at hand, which was,
You work out a lot.
oh yeah, so what happened? I worked out a lot,
And
and at the point was, yo, bro,
okay,
worked
go
out a
ahead.
lot.
Continue.
Whatever.
I got
Working out
Anyways.
a lot for you could be different for you.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what?
Go ahead. Go ahead. No, continue.
man.
Continue.
Don't worry, I'll get back to it. No, so what happened was, like, I was going to the gym a lot. She had the baby. She, like, maybe, I think it was 6-7 months postpartum. She was already losing the weight. She was also coming to the gym with me. And then she stopped because of work, but I was still able to go. And then she would be upset that my body was getting better, but she wasn't. But like, even while working out, I didn't have high self-esteem.
Okay.
Right? But I would bother her playing around. I just walk around like I shirtless in the house for no reason. Or like I'm walking, just flexing, babe, check these calves out. Babe, look at the back. And just bothering her. And all of a sudden, like, she just one day just snaps. Like, you're always going to gym. You're not doing this. I'm like, I guess I'll stop.
Okay.
Like, I'll stop going to the gym.
It's more of moral support. You should support her.
I was supporting her.
To go to the gym as much.
I did. This is my thing. She says she doesn't have time to work out. I'm like, all right, cool. You have a 40-pound 4-year-old, or you have a 18-pound 9-month-old. Oh, no, I'm sorry, like 24-pound 9-month-old.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you can easily hold on to one of them and do lunges. You can do squats. Like, don't tell me you can't work out.
No.
You're walking to the bathroom, do lunges to the bathroom.
When she's ready, she'll be ready. I tell currently I work now with pregnant women and postpartum women. And it's such a difficult topic to tell them that you do have time to work out and breastfeed at the same time.
Yo, I think I was bullying my wife a little bit during her pregnancy.
Aww.
But I didn't think, it wasn't on purpose. I kept sending her like videos of women working out during pregnancy.
Right?
I don't think that's bullying. That's more like motivation.
Yeah, so that's what I kept saying. I thought I was being.
No, I think that would be motivating for me because I'll be like, you know what? All right, I'm gonna do this.
I seen a lady do CrossFit,
I guess everyone's
which
different.
is like, it's CrossFit.
I saw with this lady I think she was like 8 months pregnant, just powerlifting.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
No, I
Plus,
follow all
her
of
belly
those.
was small, so I'm like, I sent it to my wife. She's like, oh, she has time for that. I'm like, that's because she makes time.
No, you make time.
She can make time.
I agree.
I have kettlebells at home.
So have you ever had to have a relationship with like a trainer where you guys could like collaborate with a particular client or something like that? Have you ever did?
He's asking for a friend.
No, I'm just.
He's asking.
I'm just asking. Like, do things like that exist? Like,
you know what? Not really.
No,
they really don't. I did a little sports nutrition, and it was very confusing. Where people who wanted to work out didn't want to learn about nutrition, and then those that wanted to learn about nutrition didn't want to work out. It was very interesting. I was actually disappointed that it wasn't well. Like. But then what the practice was thinking of doing, the gym was thinking of doing is just having a whole separate office, maybe like 2 blocks away for just straight nutrition. It's weird. I don't understand.
So my question for if you're going to be a dietitian, would you also do like you guys or the company you work for, plan on working for, or hopefully you're working for, maybe starting your own, also plan on doing something for like meal prepping? Because I know a lot of people who need the meal preps, whether they want to lose weight or gain weight.
I think it's overwhelming because we did that. I'm telling you. So the gym that I worked for, they tried to do the nutritionist, which was me. So I had my office in the gym, and then there was a oh my gosh, I lost my train of thought. A meal prep company right there too, and I think people got overwhelmed.
Who got overwhelmed? The customers?
Because they're like, oh, okay, because it's one step at a time. When you're trying to change your whole behavioral changes, imagine working out, then now I have to go see nutrition, now I have to make eating habits, better eating habits, and then I'll have to meal prep. I think people get overwhelmed.
Right.
No, not that they're meal prepping, but I mean like a company that will make them for you. And
that does work, but if it's for like every meal, it's like too much change at once.
So here's my question: like you're saying that you're basically talking to the beginners, the novices.
Exactly.
I'm asking for like an intermediate and expert who
for expert, they're the easier ones to really convince. They're the easier ones, but we don't have that many experts. We have more beginners.
Okay.
So for the beginners, it's too much.
Yeah, I'm trying to ask through the lens of a beginner. Like if I was a beginner.
For a beginner, it's overwhelming.
What would be the first thing if someone was trying to get in shape, what would be the first thing that you will like suggest?
Sign up for Matt's cardio kickboxing.
That's a lot.
But what would be the first thing you suggest them to start doing?
Definitely change your eating habits first. So, for example, if you're not a breakfast eater, start eating breakfast, no matter what it is. No, maybe not donuts or stuff, but start making better breakfast eating habits. then maybe we'll start with lunch. Maybe in the next couple weeks, we'll start by prepping our lunches the night before. See how that works? You don't want to overwhelm an individual.
Right. So
because then they're not going to keep that forever.
Got
our goal as dietitians is to make sure all of our tips is for life.
Right.
It's not just for this week, next week, until you lose 20, 30 pounds. It's so that you can not only lose the 30 pounds, but maintain it off. Okay. Don't overwhelm an individual.
I feel like most people use diets as people use New Year's resolutions. You're good for 2 weeks to a month.
So we don't write diet plans. We hate that with a passion. I think diet plans? All right, just making it out there. Do not ask a dietitian for a diet plan. Oh my God, I cringe.
So what
I
do
cringe.
you do?
We don't do that. We do behavioral changes. We do life. Like
that's what I thought dietitians did.
No, and I'm here to set it down.
Yes, that's what the public thinks. We hate that
shit. Don't ask us for that.
But the general public definitely believes dietitians make diet plans.
And it's the most annoying shit ever.
What I feel like you just said is just the image in my head I see is that you with a clipboard, someone reaching for either candy or some vegetables, and every time they reach for the candy, you shock them. I see
now I think it's a different game. Right? They're like,
no, that's abuse. They don't abuse our clients.
You just said you guys
little
change behavioral.
She got a little small little.
That's not a behavioral change. Behavioral change is this: you're gonna choose the vegetable most of the time. Occasionally, yes, you can have your candy.
You're gonna choose the vegetables because you got shock.
No, but occasionally
every time
you
look at a
candy,
you're gonna get scared.
No, we don't want you to be afraid to eat anything.
I like broccoli.
No, we don't want you to be afraid to eat anything.
Now I thought there was before. I used to think there was. You came in there, they did a couple studies, and they was like, you know what? Here's your diet plan. Get the fuck out my office.
Never. We hate that. Then you'll never come back to us. How are you gonna make money?
Oh, that's right. She just said it. She was a client.
You gotta milk it.
All right.
We start out, but what did I say earlier? You can't overwhelm an individual.
Right.
So how a person who eats like shit all day is not gonna all of a sudden eat amazing just because I gave them 1 week of a diet plan? No. Let's start off with breakfast.
There's always anomalies that people who jump in and do that.
I had clients who jumped in with a plan. And
I know it's so rare.
Yeah, but at the same time,
to maintain that off.
To maintain.
They won't maintain that shit.
I can't be on the maintain.
I can tell who's gonna maintain and who's not.
Yeah, I have clients.
The moment they sit down, I just look at them.
I definitely had clients that were like, they got on the plan. As soon as they was on the plan, they figured out what worked for them, and they was just like, "Oh, we're good."
And then did they maintain it off?
And they maintain. Okay. But then also, most of them don't.
99.8% do not.
I'll say about a good 90. We'll say 90% don't.
I've been doing this too long, and it's just like, I've been working with the weight loss population for 8 years, and the trends never end. You see an individual ready. That's what I was gonna get to. Right? They're ready to go. And then all of a sudden, I want a diet plan. And then you give it to them and they do it for a week and then they stop, or they do it until they lose their weight and then they stop and then they gain their weight back.
This is what hurts for me, like, because you're a nutritionist, dietitian, right? Dietitian.
Yeah, you just combined it.
Dietitian.
It's RD, so
right?
Registered dietitian.
All right, so
just say RD.
The way I see it, like for me, everyone around me, they want to lose weight. Like, I'm one of the few people that are trying to gain weight.
You're trying to gain. I love weight gain.
Right? This is what I'm saying.
Weight gain. Talking like for someone, an individual. Because right now, the kids that I work with is for weight gain. And it's so much fun because I'm almost like living vicariously through them. I'm like, that must be nice.
like for me, I tell people
when
I tell people my diet or what my diet was when I finally was able to get up to 170.
Calories.
I was like, it was way too much caloric intake. I was taking way too many vitamins. Like, it was too much.
Wait, you're trying to gain weight now?
A little bit, but not as much.
You're trying to gain muscle?
Both. Like
Then we count macros. We count our macros.
Yeah, does.
So I had.
Yeah, does.
Like for me.
Duh.
Like when before the podcast, we were talking how I would have a big breakfast plus the protein shake.
Yeah,
and I was
remember
still hungry,
that breakfast
right?
was very big.
Right, and I was still hungry throughout the day for that. And
so then you want to eat every 2-3 hours.
Being in the union and doing electrical work, it's hard to do 2 hours.
Cheese.
Listen, what she just said. Boom, take down a number.
Nuts. Come on, nuts are the highest caloric foods. come on.
I
on,
had that. That's the only reason why I was able to come up to the weight I am.
Yeah, the almonds and pecan.
Like, cause when I was on a normal day, so today, Sunday, I do absolutely nothing. I will burn 3,500 calories.
How do you know that?
I had the Fitbits on and just
you have to
just
actually
monitoring
get it calculated. I can calculate your BMR.
Oof, she about to school you, son.
Right?
She gonna be like, you burned
So
2.
your BMR, what your BMR it means is your basal metabolic rate. It means that's exactly what you said.
Yeah.
That's the amount of calories that you burn in a day. So that's the amount of calories that you need,
Yes.
right, to survive.
Right.
So what we do, whether we're trying to lose or gain weight, is dietitians will either increase 250 calories or decrease 250 calories, depending on what your BMR is. My BMR is super low, and I get so angry because I'm like, really? Like, I can't eat more than this? So I don't know why mine is really low. So, but BMR is according to your age, your activity level. Actually, this is going to take long because I have to input a lot of your information.
Okay. All right. So for, I guess, the general senses of what I would do, it would be...
that you only burn 2 calories.
We won't know until
you know how much weight I would have been able to put on if I burned 2 calories?
2 calories.
Okay, here, put in your information in
Okay.
here. Oh, but it says stupid email. I don't want that.
All right, because like for me, I would have actually when I trained a lot.
Okay, here, sorry.
Okay.
So if you go to active.com, I just found it. You can check
Okay.
your BMR through it.
So this is excess energy, right? And so they were saying,
give her see if it's good for us.
So
But I do it right now.
I'm not sure we should do this right now on the podcast. Because if she tell me something I don't like, I'm gonna have a conversation.
You looked at it and put it down right away. That's not a good sign.
No, it's not. No, what are we saying? Okay, so if I'm reading the nutrition label here, it's only 10 calories, which is obviously good.
Obviously great.
It has 0 fat, only 1% of sodium. That's excellent.
There's no
0
way.
carbs. Actually, this is really good.
Try to tell y'all. I try to tell y'all, deal with the best.
This is actually really good.
Boom.
Boom.
Got it.
Get out of here. Wait,
Dion,
what are the... Hold on.
See,
Okay, so the ingredients are... If
now right there, you cut that part right there. And then because
no, this is great. So the ingredients are pretty much, it's caffeine, which caffeine has no calories. And I hate when people think caffeine has calories. It's so stupid.
Word. Give me something with 375 in it again.
All right, did you put it in?
Yeah, it's telling me that's what it is, but when
Okay, so 1831.
Oh,
I really
so
don't-
you burn only 8. Where the fuck?
Yeah, where
did
did you get 3,000?
from wearing the Fitbit and monitoring it, like it's been averaging 35 doing absolutely nothing.
Does it say your how much you exercise?
But
No,
you was
they just gives
moving
it-
around, doing absolutely nothing.
Okay.
Means sitting
This
on
is
your
not
ass.
breathing, right?
according to your according.
That's what it should be.
All right, this is actually really good.
Thank you.
This is actually really good.
Shout out to X's, baby. I just gave y'all a free goddamn commercial. Get something. God damn it.
Okay, so 1831 according to your height, your age, and your weight.
Correct.
That's already enough. Now your activity levels, it may have to go up, maybe 250 calories, 2,000 calories.
But that's the thing, no, like wearing the Fitbit. This is what I've done, and I've monitored from it was like a 3 to 4 week process. I'm like, I need to really know what it is. Is it sometimes drastic change? It goes anywhere between from 32 to 35 on a Sunday for me. I don't know why.
Does it? Don't follow that shit. Just do the simple calculation.
But now this, once again, is for a civilian, an average person.
Average
right?
person, yes. When they type in their weight and their
Yeah.
height.
So now, like,
I haven't put in the exercise in.
I'm trying to get to the.
yeah,
Hurry up.
I'm trying to figure out why is it like that. I'm trying to get information right now
Hurry the
myself.
fuck up.
What do you want to know? What do you
Maybe
want
there's
to know?
another
Go ahead,
one.
go ahead.
I'm trying to get to.
I want to find one that has your activity level. But no, 1,800, man.
All right, that's cool.
So look,
All right.
we have to learn this long ass calculation. Luckily,
Oh yeah.
right?
They have apps
Oh,
for
as
that.
a when you
I
take
know,
the
but
personal,
not on the test.
when you take the personal trainer, we have to learn this calculation. Too.
Oh, I hate that
Yeah.
calculation.
It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. I learned that for a second.
Okay.
Like, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna be sitting there like, oh, let me pull out a paper. And, no, fuck is wrong with you?
I feel bad for dietitians back in the day that they.
Yeah.
So we had, in order to find out your body fat percentage, we used to have to take your measurements of your fat in your arms, right?
I got one of those.
Yes.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And then do a long calculation. Damn, I feel bad for them.
What about that one that you just hold now?
I know, that's more new school. I used to have that at home, and then someone stole it. I don't know who.
How much is that? Isn't that like 50?
No, yeah, it's like, it's affordable.
It's affordable, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, you could check your own fat percentage. Now,
Yeah.
all right, let's talk about, because I'm in the sports world, right? Do
Okay.
MMA, fight. We talked about that before. Cool. All right. What you suggest them to do more
Body fat percentage.
for body fat percentage. Now, how would they go about finding a proper diet or a proper nutrition plan to be on to support their sport?
It depends. So now we're going to go to macros.
Okay.
So macro counting, it depends on what you want your results to be.
Mm-hmm.
So if your results are going to be for like fitness, more of like endurance,
Mm-hmm.
then your macros have to change, but your calories don't change. So remember
Okay.
how we did BMR?
Mm-hmm.
First you calculate the individual's BMR, so that's how many calories you're supposed to be on. If you want weight gain, what did I say, 250, weight loss 250, and then we calculate the macro individual. But it depends. So yeah, that's really what you want to do. I'm trying to figure out what would be a macro for endurance. It depends.
Let's just say someone had to do MMA is where I come from. So let's just say someone had to do that where it's a lot of strength out. It's a lot of output.
Yeah.
It's a lot of endurance. It's a lot of it's just a lot of output and a lot of endurance that comes with it. What would be something you suggest for them to start to do to get a better results
like
out of their
eating-wise?
training or
How
get
to-
results out of competition and stuff like that?
You want to perhaps consume more carbs.
Mm-hmm.
Good carbs though. You know, like carbs with high fiber, like fruits, vegetables, in order to have more energy for your actual endurance. So before you train or before you what is it that you do?
I do MMA and jiu-jitsu, but
Okay, so before what would you call it? Training?
yeah.
Okay, so before you train, you want to have a high carb intake, but again, good carbs. You know, not pasta.
Would you be doing it on a constant basis, or would you be carb cycling like the old school?
See, I'm not familiar with carb cycling.
All it really is, the dumb it down
what
version
is it?
just you eat carbs some days and you don't eat carbs other days. That's really what it took.
No, I don't agree with that. I don't even agree, unfortunately, and maybe other dietitians will, but intermittent fasting.
You don't agree with intermittent fasting?
No, I really don't, because once again, and I don't understand dietitians who do agree with that, but our focus is behavioral changes. So now we're confusing the individual by having them skip meals, having them not eat for a long period of time. How is that a positive change?
But what if there were studies that did show that doing intermittent fasting does give some type of cognitive and positive body cognitive body results.
Yeah, I guess it depends on the individual. But most people, I feel like you do need to eat a little bit more throughout the day, frequently throughout the day, to get your energy up. We often do forget to eat anyways, so that's not gonna. Intermittent fasting, I don't think should be hard. Most of my clients skip breakfast all the time and lunch all the time.
There is something too, not when you don't eat, that your body starts to go into what is it called, starvation?
Starvation.
Yeah. And then it's
but how is that good? Why do we want our body to go into starvation?
I don't. I mean, like.
Well, that was a natural evolution thing that we went through.
Yeah.
If you think about it, like we were naturally intermittent fasting back then because.
So you're saying maybe our body is kind of recognizes it.
Yeah, and now we're just getting so much of an abundance of food that our body and our we're not.
No, I'm not saying we're not supposed, because what did I say? Nuts, like small things. I'm not saying we have to eat big. Even like breakfasts, it can be just hard-boiled eggs. It doesn't have to be a huge meal. It doesn't have to be a huge meal. Even lunch.
But breakfast is the most important meal of the day. You're supposed to have like this giant serving. That's what they told us.
I knew that was bullshit when they first said that.
I don't agree. I think it depends on when your next meal is. So if you have eggs and then maybe 2-3 hours later you'll have like a yogurt, that's fine.
My next meal is gonna be at like 1:30.
Yeah, it depends on it. That's why it depends on the individual. So back to the whole diet plan. See how they don't work?
Right.
Because everyone is different. So it depends on the person's lifestyle. What do they do for a living? I had a lot of truck drivers that come in, and I felt bad for truck drivers because they have to be on the road and they can't drink a lot of water because then you have to stop for breaks, right? So those were one of my toughest clients.
Yeah, my dad was a truck driver.
That's
so
difficult.
Yeah.
And then you're constantly sedentary. That is tough.
And he told me he had to stop because you get to a point where they start like pissing like ground and
oh really?
Yeah, because they're so
they're
dehydrated.
not hydrated.
Well, you know what happens? They can actually start something
like a lot of jerky.
They have they have this hose that you can buy. Pee right into a bottle.
Can you?
Yeah. I saw it on Facebook like 3 days ago.
What?
That's
you
good.
just drive, you get the gallon of water right there.
What?
Can you believe how? Listen, do you know how much it had to be a problem that they was just like, yo, we gotta invent something just to get them to.
And I feel bad for them too because they have to reach their destination for a short period of time.
Yeah.
So they don't want to stop.
Yeah.
So that would be tough. They would be my toughest kinds. Wait, let me see.
Wow. Wow, it's real.
Wow, that looks weird.
It's just a hose you put at the end.
How about for girls?
I know they have.
It's gonna be a dish tray that she got to sit on.
I know they sell something called a unicorn or something like
the unicorn.
I think it's
what
like
is
that? Like one of
Nah, but then she would have to stop.
Let me
No,
see.
you put that on, then you put the hose at the end of it.
Nah, but then she got to play a whole balancing game while she's driving the truck.
Why? Just get one of those. If you're a truck driver, get one of those that's strapping like a jock strap. Boom.
So she's gonna be walking around with that like
she's driving for 14 hours. A
she's
female
gonna be
truck
walking.
driver.
She's gonna be sitting down with a strap on. That's what you're technically saying. She's gonna be
Dykes
sitting
do
down
it all
with a
the
strap
time.
on.
Dykes do it all the time.
So you're a truck driver. You gotta be a dyke.
No.
How
I'm
about
saying just do
diapers?
it.
Put diapers on.
They
I
do
can't
that already.
Can't do that.
They do?
Yeah.
Truck drivers put diapers on?
There's
I
some
didn't
truck
know
drivers.
that.
Yes, there's a
can't do
population that
Huh.
does do the diaper game.
Tell you, just go with that. Go with the I can't even say it right now.
Cause it's stupid.
Urination cup, and you're good.
Nah.
So I can't give a truck driver the same diet as I give, someone who works during the day, where truck drivers usually work at night.
Right.
It's different. And I have to find foods that are convenient to them, that are non-perishable, or that will give them enough energy. And you're right, they don't have to use the restroom as much.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So don't ask a dietitian for a diet plan. We hate that. Oh,
Jeez.
God.
That must have been like the first thing that people was asking.
People ask me all the time until I finally
so
was
write me
like,
out a
don't
plan,
ask me that. And then they're like, oh, okay.
Like, write me out a plan.
It doesn't work. What I do now is because family members constantly ask me, is I give them a list of fruits, vegetables, and carbs.
Yeah.
Right?
What I've seen now that a lot of trainers are doing, because the trainers that really want results, they do it by block. They give you a certain amount.
Nice.
So they do it. They just she said, they give you a list.
Yeah.
And they give you different meals that you can make with anything on a list.
It's like the
but
DMV,
you get to but you choose
the 6 point of ID.
Yeah.
Something
But
like
people
that.
don't even like that.
Right.
Some this one person at work, she's awesome, but something is wrong with her, because I will literally tell her, here's your list of protein, here's your list of carbs, now choose. Oh, I slammed on the table.
No, it's okay.
Now choose 1 and 1, right? So that's what's considered a well-balanced meal.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So that's a well-balanced meal. She'll say, well, will you pick it out for me? And I'm like, no, like, you have to do it. I don't live with you. You have to start doing
But
it.
isn't that just the female problem about food?
Why does it have to be female?
Me and my wife get into this argument all the time. I be like, yo, just whatever you want to eat.
Yeah.
I don't know. You choose. Okay, listen, I'm not hungry, but whatever you want,
Yeah.
go ahead and go.
I think
get
we've
it.
never had an issue, you and I. We're like, whatever we pass
No,
by,
yeah,
we'll just
guys
stop.
don't.
Yeah.
We're good. Like with my wife,
No,
when
you
I'm
know,
driving by, I'm like,
I
I
get it,
I don't
yeah.
know. Like, I'm like,
Or when he does choose something, I'm like, ew. And then he'll choose something else, I'm like, ugh.
I was like, yo. And then will you finally choose? Nah. I'm like, oh, just whatever you want to get. Okay, I'm gonna go get this. Ew, that's gross.
Yeah,
Why
yeah,
are you
yeah.
saying it was cool?
I got
It
to the
wasn't cool
point
the
now.
first time.
I got to the point now with my wife that if she says whatever it is, and I ask her, hey, do you want this? and she says no, I just drive, get my own stuff, come back, like, up, you're asked out.
Oh, that's rude.
What do you mean?
You want to see my?
We don't eat separately. We have to eat together.
I'll wait till you get your food. I don't care about food.
Two, right?
Really?
I'll bring 2 of the same thing to the house, like 2 of the whatever I was gonna get, right? And I'll be like, I come home and I'll be like, hey, I got this for you. She'll be like, no, I don't want that. That's not. So I'll start eating mine.
Yeah.
And she'd be like, let me get some of yours. That's okay. I got you your own. Boom.
Wow, that's genius.
She was like, and she didn't know what I got her originally was mine anyway.
That's genius.
So,
you know what? I don't like to share, so that would be me. I hate sharing. Like, I don't like to share my food.
Yeah.
I don't like to do any of that. So that would be something
I don't worry about that.
Every time I get food, I'll get my boyfriend food just in case he wants it or not. And most of the time he'll just eat it, even if he's not hungry.
Yeah, you got to. You can't say no to the Josh.
But no, don't ask me for food. Yesterday my mom came over real quick and I had ordered a salad. And she's like, "Ooh, this chicken is good." And I'm like, "Mom, why are you here? Like, didn't you just tell me to drop something off?" And she's eating like pieces of my chicken. I'm like, I was so angry. Like, don't eat my food.
So do you prep?
I do prep.
You do prep.
And that's really the key. If you get anything out of this podcast, is food shop is very important and meal prepping is very important. So my meal prepping consists of, I prep my salads for the week. My boring salads. Actually, they're not that boring. They're very colorful. My breakfasts would be hard-boiled eggs, which I mentioned earlier. I'm getting so tired of hard-boiled eggs. And then I prep my snacks, which would be like nuts, maybe cheese. And then my dinner, what I do is I'll cook every 3 days. So then I'll make enough for 3 days worth of food. So like ground turkey, and I'll make 3 dishes out of ground turkey. Like you have to think smart.
So what if we're saying, well, let's just talk about the one person, like just say people that are really busy.
I'm very busy.
And they don't really
I'm very
time.
busy.
Okay. So you're saying there's always time.
But what did I just say? I meal prep for 3 days. So you just take 1 hour of maybe your week and get everything ready. And that's enough. That way the rest of the week, I work a 40-plus hour job. Right. I work out every single day. Mm-hmm. I do, I have other part-time jobs on the side. And then, this is silly, but I also, when there's events, I do like the candy tables for the events. So I do a lot.
You do the candy table?
I do.
Oh, so you're a hypocrite. That's what you're saying.
No.
You know what it is?
No. Person.
Wait, look what it is, though.
She's on the clock.
Oh, yeah. I know. I see what you're saying.
That, and when she's not, she makes customers.
What the hell is happening?
Sound the alarm, guys.
Wait, look. It's chocolate covered strawberries.
Yeah, that's
it
not
was
healthy.
Mad sound effects happening.
Wait, chocolate covered strawberries is not healthy?
The sprinkles are all sugar?
A chocolate covered strawberry is like 40
so you're
calories.
part of the problem. So
right.
you caused the problem.
You know what it is?
And then you bring it to the backside.
I also do so. Wait, I'm not even done. All right,
problem.
Yeah.
Here's some fat.
Listen,
food.
it's one serving.
If
it's one serving. So as a dietitian, you can treat yourself. You can treat yourself. So that's what the whole point is.
Hey, I understand. I definitely understand.
I will never judge anyone for eating a donut because I actually like donuts.
You can't be a doctor if no one's sick. I get it.
Yeah.
I also do.
Fat. You can't be a dietitian if no one's fat.
Yeah, I got you. I understand. Take care.
No, but it's fun for me.
No,
it's fun. Like doing the decoration, I like it. It's very fun.
But you are saying that
and then I do support groups too at a church.
Oh, nice.
So it's a lot.
Right.
I do a lot. So stop it. Oh, and then I'm doing my master's. Stop it. It's a lot.
You got kids?
I don't have kids though.
Yeah.
I don't have kids, but I have like 1 hour a day to myself.
Right.
That's it.
And
I go to bed early so I can try to wake up early. Hopefully go to the gym in the morning. If not, then I'll go in the afternoon. That's it.
There you go. So she's saying there's always time. Stop making excuses.
There's always time. There's always time.
So, damn, you threw me off with this candy thing. Like this candy thing got me.
How cute is it though?
So that's not healthy.
For everyone that's gonna be listening,
that's not healthy.
It's donuts.
It's
donuts.
She's showing us
healthy,
sugary ass
right
cakes and strawberries.
Nah, the only way
dipped
that
in icing.
How cute is it?
The only way that'll be healthy if that was like a vegan chocolate, which is no such thing because chocolate's made out of milk.
What the fuck? It's white chocolate.
Yeah, but would it have to be vegan for it to be healthy?
Is chocolate made out?
It's cocoa, milk chocolate. So
Well,
yeah,
it's coca.
It's white chocolate.
How do you make chocolate? It does. Do milk have to be involved?
I believe so.
Wait, check if white chocolate.
I don't think so.
Let me see right now.
Do milk have to be involved in the chocolate process?
No, check white chocolate.
No, white chocolate's nasty.
What?
Yeah.
No, it is in milk chocolate.
That's but I
yeah.
don't, I don't
See, in
know.
milk chocolate, there's milk. In chocolate, there's no milk. There's no. You don't need milk for the process. What are you
Cocoa.
talking about? You need just a cocoa.
Nobody wants.
So
chocolate,
what you just said was wrong. Apologize.
Who said?
Well, it won't,
why are you trying to give people misinformation?
Right. You know how it won't be.
And then
vegan?
I gotta get
you know what I
fucking
just
emails.
looked up? I'm sorry to cut you. I just looked up how to make Jello.
It's easy.
It's on the box.
No, it's gross. No, how is Jello?
Oh,
gelatin,
yeah,
gelatin.
it is nasty. Yeah. Oh,
so are hot dogs, but I eat them.
It will make you hate people.
I like those people.
It's
so
so
vegans
terrible.
don't eat Jello.
Yeah,
no,
I like Jello.
You said yes.
No,
I'm saying
no,
they don't.
Oh.
You're right.
Yeah, you're right. Vegans don't eat Jello.
I had to look it up for a diet plan for a vegan, and I was like,
But
oh, she can't have Jello.
I like Jello.
Yo, it made out of them good bones.
Right.
Oh
I'm
my
just saying.
gosh,
Those
I saw
good
those
bones.
pictures.
Do you like
I couldn't sleep. Do I like soup?
Yeah.
If you hate,
When I'm sick.
if
The broth
you
is
feel like you want to be
basically-
tormented,
Yeah.
go look up how Jello is made.
Aw.
Right?
And
But that's a
hot
good
dogs.
snack.
Yeah, until you
Wait,
you see
here's my
it, then
thing,
you're
though.
like, people are evil.
This is my thing, though, right?
No.
Why are there's like two
I
factions
still
of
eat
vegans?
it though.
Me too.
Yeah,
There's
I do.
two factions of vegans. There was the vegans that eat honey, and there are vegans that don't eat honey.
Wait, are you vegan?
No, I'm not.
Oh,
He definitely far
oh,
from
that
vegan.
eat honey and
Yeah,
don't eat honey.
there's
yeah.
two factions of it. Like,
Why?
yeah, it's because technically speaking, vegans are not supposed to eat anything with the face, right?
Okay.
For in simple
So,
terms,
what's
a
wrong with
bee
honey?
has a face.
But
They have to. They
They
make.
Well,
secrete
just
it.
like eggs.
They secrete in honey.
Yeah, but the to get the honey from the bees, you have to put them to sleep. So I'm giving them nothing but carbon dioxide and knocking them out, and then taking their honey from there.
Mm.
But I'm not stealing it.
But it's any byproduct. You're not stealing an egg. It's an embryo, but it's a
so
byproduct.
It's
Yeah,
a play on the words.
yeah. So like if you think
Sounds
about
like
it, like
some religious type of text.
because
or
technically
something.
speaking, you should be allowed to eat an egg if it's not fertilized.
The reason why I say it sounds like some religious type of text is like depends on how you interpret it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have any comments on vegan. If you want to be a vegan,
You know,
be a
okay.
vegan.
What is your? That's what I was gonna say. What is your take on like these fads?
I
Not
know.
fads, or I'm not even gonna say fads.
No, don't call it a fad.
Well,
it's a lifestyle. It's
these-
a lifestyle.
Yeah, these lifestyles are like. There's the keto, which I've done keto. Yeah, so
I've done
I've looked
keto.
into it. There
Yeah.
are some benefits from
yes.
ketogenic diet.
You know,
But it's
only
not
diet was the
livable
paleo.
forever.
Right. So, and then what about
Paleo was for me.
paleo?
That's the
Yeah.
one I like the most.
Which I
Yeah.
believe paleo technically is like regular eating.
Well,
right?
Really is. You know
So-
what?
so-
I always said I'm gonna make my own diet or
Yeah.
fad, and then it really is
It really,
just healthy.
it's just nuts and food, like
Because
nuts
the
and
thing
meat.
is, they
okay?
said that they didn't
Vegetables.
eat,
And you
they
got
didn't
your
eat grain.
veggies.
Supposedly the cavemen didn't eat grain, but then they found out that they did. They
Oh my
actually
gosh.
so
Well, they took the thing and off the vine,
No,
maybe,
they made,
maybe, but they didn't like.
they
no,
cooked it. Yeah,
you saying caveman?
yeah. Well, that's what we refer to, but Neanderthals or Homo sapiens. Since us as humans now,
The
we're
ones
Homo
before the
sapiens,
wheel?
Yeah.
Are we talking about right now?
No, those are why is it escaping me right now?
Gyromorphosis.
Yeah,
That's what it's called.
no. What?
What's it? Gyromorph? The big, tall, standing ape.
Oh,
thing.
you're talking about Gigantopithecus.
Giganto.
But those are Bigfoot. Those were Bigfoot. Like 8 to 12, 10 feet tall apes.
Wow.
Those motherfuckers are crazy. Anyways,
Bigfoot. People.
so yeah. So like
Wait, what are we talking about?
caveman's paleo diet
okay.
and this
Paleo
side goes-
diet. Just,
yeah.
It all trickles back.
Yeah.
It-
Okay.
It's always full circle.
But yeah, paleo is just kind of like okay.
Wait, the question. What do I think about those?
Yeah. So what do you think about these all these diets? And
as long as it's a healthy behavioral, then you're fine.
I always see
It's
like
your
there's
choice. You
there's
eat what
always
makes you
this-
happy.
one thing. I'm sorry to cut you off. There's always this one thing that I realize they have in common is that there's always some type of removal of something, right? And or calorie restrictions.
Yes. I don't think you should restrict your calories unless, right, you are working out or if you're trying to lose weight, you only restrict a certain amount. But what did we say earlier? It's the BMR.
Right.
Once you find that calculation, whatever diet says it is, how do they know your height? How do they know your age? How do they know how much you're working out? So why are you following these diets that they don't even know you personally?
Right.
Everyone's calorie count is different. So I don't agree with that.
But what do you say to someone who found some type of salvation in a lifestyle like
it'll work for them, then that's
right,
fine, yeah.
All right, I found it.
I mean, they become like,
you have to leave them alone.
You got to, right?
That's like, you know what? That's diet. That's diet. What the term diet means, what you eat. So that's diet shaming.
Right. Every diet. That's I be trying. I just be letting.
The word diet doesn't mean that you're trying to lose weight. It just means what you're eating. So you're diet shaming that person.
So why are vegans the ones who are so raw in your face about it?
They just are. They just are.
Like, okay, understand you want to...
It's just a community of people.
So you're vegan, your diet, cool. We can handle that, right? You're pro for animal rights. That's good,
that's
right?
Fine,
I agree with that. But then, like, when I was talking, I always like to mention it, when we get into these food deserts, right? You're not going to have a farm in New York City. Never.
Yeah.
Right? Actually, they talked about buildings that you have agriculture on it, which is actually pretty cool. Not only a top, it's actually like a triangular rooms.
Didn't they do that in China or something?
Yes, they have it in other
China
places.
Started incorporating the nature in their agriculture.
Yeah. So the thing is, like, you're not going to do that now in the city because people want that real estate.
I think New York would be the best place to start that, though. If they were going to do it, I think New York probably. It'll be the most. It'll benefit the most.
Either that or California. The reason why I say California is California on the West Coast, the way you can compare New York to the West Coast, East Coast and West Coast. On the East Coast, we built up, right? West Coast, you build sideways. There, you'd be able to have, say, 2 10-story buildings, because there's not that many 10-story buildings.
Yeah.
Right? So 2 10-story buildings have agriculture on them. You're fine. People don't know about hydroponics or aquaponics, which you're able to now raise your fishes, and you could also have agriculture above that, which is also very interesting. People can use just the hydroponic system by having the rain system on a gutter. You can make it on the side of a building. You can do that. But these are ideas that are easily implemented, but nobody wants to do them. No one's going to do them.
It's too much money.
It's a PVC pipe. It's a couple bucks. And now you
we're
have
not using taxpayers. We are not using taxpayers' money for you nature loving.
Who would do this?
The buildings
like
themselves can do it.
But who would be in charge of this?
Yeah, we'll be in charge of these
the
damn
agriculture,
plants.
like
you
the
could
USDA.
easily have a contract for it.
Who? Like I'm saying, what?
It would have to. Yes, it would have to go through the FDA for the food.
That's true.
So all of this is sustainable very easily.
But then they rather pay for like medication.
Yeah, they rather pay medication, and then they rather have.
They rather pay medication for high blood pressure and diabetes and stuff.
Yeah, then the foods that they're eating now that they're gonna consume in Walmart, like an orange really isn't orange entirely. It has an orange hue to it.
Bro, I ain't got time to learn agriculture.
Bro, it's throw seeds in dirt and water.
What are you talking about, bro? I drive a taxi for 15 hours. What are you talking about? Some people just not gonna agree with you.
Have a little plant out front. You can do it.
So what are you gonna do?
What do you
so
mean?
you're telling
it does take longer.
The city of New York.
Yeah.
Listen, you're telling the city of New York everybody gonna have to start growing something.
Easily.
That's not gonna happen.
They do it themselves.
No, that's not gonna happen.
Then if you're gonna complain about being fat, don't talk to me. That's how it is. Like,
first of all, vegans can still be fat.
There's a guy.
Well, you can't say the word fat, but vegans can still be
Yo,
fat.
yes, they can. Because I was at this vegan
you can.
restaurant.
You call it obese, overweight.
I was at this vegan restaurant because they had a...
No, you don't say fat.
Check this out. I was in
I'm just saying that because this is the real shit.
Right, fine. I won't say it's...
It can be fat, though.
I'm not going to say obese. I'm going to say you have an abundance of fat cells in your body.
Abundance of fat.
Because fat is the fat cell. That's the proper term.
So you can say that, but who's going to sit there and say that whole line?
Your body fat percentage is 100.
Me.
You have a lot of time in your hands to call it that.
This is what you do.
Overweight. That's it.
No, you go walk up to him. You say, "Hey,
for my height, I'm overweight,
ma'am, whose body fat
obese
percentage is 100%." All right. Get out of my way.
Most of my clients, their body fat was 50%. Most of my clients. Yeah.
How do you get it? Oh my God. What? Okay. Would you be interested in taking on a project of someone who's like really morbidly obese?
I love that. Like, it doesn't make me happier than to see someone with a 50% body fat go down to, a 30% body fat, 25% body fat.
Let's get bigger.
I love that. Like, I watch my 600-pound life and I cry.
You cry?
And I'm like, they're doing so good.
You know what though? I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not mad.
And I'm like at the gym. I watch it at the gym. Now, does this look mean? I'm running on the treadmill watching my 600-pound life.
That's messed up.
Right?
You use it as inspiration.
Yes. Does that mean?
That's fat shaming.
That's not fat shaming.
That's a form of fat shaming.
That's not fat shaming.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the person like, please do good, Albert. You're so,
You make me want to run faster.
Right? Like, but in a way, someone could take that as fat shaming.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is, because you're using them as a motivation because you don't want to be like that.
No, it looks that way, but I'm really looking at it because I can relate to that weight loss surgery.
May be different, yes. Right, the underlying meaning for you may be that.
It all depends how you interpret it, right?
Those people who think that are assholes.
They just want to be triggered.
But that's the internet. Yeah. The internet's.
Imagine there's a video of me watching. While I'm running. Meanwhile, I'm really looking at it because I'm interested and I feel so bad for these people, and then I get happy in the end when they lose all the weight and they're happy.
What about that one guy I seen? What was his name?
I saw the lady where her boyfriend fed her.
No,
trying to get her bigger.
God. I read about it. I didn't see that one though.
I saw it. That was pretty interesting. I got jealous.
No, what about that dude who's like, he was like
food.
a man child or something like that? He was like, what's that guy? He was eating like a pizza every day, a whole pizza every day. He was like a man child.
That was me from 21 to 23.
He didn't want to work out.
And he was getting surgery?
I don't know what he was getting.
Was in my 600. It's usually them getting the surgery.
Yeah, they're supposed to be getting the surgery. Yeah. And he was like a dick.
Because you're supposed to. So that's what I do. That's what I did, at least. I was supposed to help them lose weight before the surgery to see or to convince the health insurances that they are capable of losing weight.
The problem with what I see is that a lot of these people who do get the surgeries done or however they get it done, I don't know how. Sometimes I look at them, I'm like, why do you need surgery? But they don't. Their mind never changes. Like they still have the same habits.
Yes,
but now they have a smaller.
That's what they're supposed to see us after surgery, and then I never hear from them again. And then they come back a year later, gained 50 pounds.
And now they got more problems because now they have like this. They had this surgery and then they gained all this weight again.
Yeah.
And now they have.
It's to me, I feel like it's like 50%. When a client will come in my office, I'm like, listen, you're gonna be one of the 50 that's either gonna do well or not. And that's how I look at it as, because I'm sitting here and I do the best I can, but I can't do the work for you. So if you don't show up after surgery to continue to learn and develop better habits, then that's all on you. Then you're not really doing this for the right reasons. You're doing this for a quick fix.
That's what everybody wants nowadays. They want quick fix.
They want quick fix. That's why we don't like diet plans, because it's a quick fix.
There's so many of this bullshit out, and I be trying to be quiet about it, but this is the show now. I get to say things on the show that I wouldn't say out in public. Like, fit teas drive me fucking insane.
Oh, I know it does.
It makes me mad. Why are you drinking diarrhea tea? What are you doing? Like, why?
They need to get a colonoscopy.
Just drink water for a fucking week. Why are you drinking diarrhea tea?
Why are people obsessed with taking 100 shits a day? Like, if you don't, I'm just gonna say that here. I don't go every day. Does it make me less healthier? No. Does it make me skinnier? No. Like it doesn't matter. Everyone's digestive system is different. Just because you don't go that one day, you don't have to go ahead and start drinking your fit tea. Like I gotta use the restroom.
And what do they think is happening to their body if they're gonna shit a million times and they got nothing else to shit?
Because they believe that meat is stored in your body for 7 years past.
Do they really think?
Yeah,
What?
they still think that's true.
Do they really?
Wait, what did you just say?
Because what happened is being younger. I remember being younger. They were told that when you eat, the meat stays in your system a lot longer, like a couple years. Growing up, like I knew about the anatomy, and I still have adults tell me, like, "Yeah, when you eat, like your shit, the meat stays in your system a lot longer." I'm like, no, it doesn't.
No,
or the
doesn't.
7-year gum thing.
Yeah, that's not true either.
Yeah. You remember that one?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, there's gum stays in your belly for
No,
7 years.
guys, stop drinking. I feel. Well, I don't know about the fit tea, but
Listen,
you don't have to shit 100 times a day to
unless
be
y'all gonna
skinny.
pay me a hell of a lot of money.
But then you get hungrier.
No, if y'all really think, if you're online, if you're on Instagram, I'm gonna just say it. If you're on Instagram or one of these web things, and somebody's supporting some type of fit tea, chances are they didn't get their body from drinking fucking fit tea.
No.
Okay,
Basically, like
And
every
I'm not
protein shake-
saying fit tea the company, just those fucking companies in general with the tea bag and you'll lose 100 pounds if you drink this diarrhea.
What's in it that'll make you lose 100 pounds?
Diarrhea.
You have to ask yourself.
Oh, laxative. That's what's in it. Some
Oh,
laxative.
there's
Some
laxatives in there?
there's some byproducts. So,
Yeah,
You know what makes me cough? Just drink coffee, guys.
just drink coffee.
No, drink regular tea.
Coffee is
Wake up in the
disgusting.
morning. You get you a nice room temperature glass of water, right?
Yeah.
And just get all that moving. And then
Exercise helps.
do a couple jumping jacks or something
Yes.
for like
Do some
5
burpees.
minutes. Oh,
Just do 5 burpees
Yo.
and water, and you'll be straight to the bathroom.
what? And if you still don't go, get you a nice cup of coffee. Don't put nothing
Nothing in it.
Don't put nothing
Black.
in it. Just drink straight up coffee.
Yeah.
Give yourself about 10-15 minutes. You be there. You be all right. You'll relax.
Yeah.
Stop drinking
Yeah.
diarrhea.
I don't agree with
It's
with
nonsense,
All
yeah.
right, I'm
It
just
is
gonna say this
very
now.
silly.
I don't agree with Matt, so Fit Tea, if you want to hit me for a sponsorship, feel free. I
He'll
have no
sell
problem.
He'll sell anybody on the road. I just don't want anyone to be lied to. It's like I'm a trainer, so I
Yeah.
get my pleasure
you
from
taking-
people getting their results. You know, so when they come to me and they're like, "Oh, I started taking diarrhea, and for some reason, for the last 3 days, my stomach really been hurting," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Stop, maybe."
Yeah, don't do that. It also makes you dehydrated.
Yes.
So don't do that. Look at the color of your pee. If it's too dark, that's not good.
Yo, listen to the body, yo. If you're,
Listen
if you're,
to your
If
body.
you're peeing, and
But people are looking for easy way out.
Of
And that's why
course.
no one likes us, because they're like, oh, I have to work hard. So when at the hospital, when you see the dietitian, or even at the weight loss surgical center, and the doctors be like, well, you're gaining weight. Can you please see the dietitian? They'll be stomping in my office, like as if we're the principal. Like,
Right.
I don't want to see her. She's going to make me work.
Honestly, so sometimes I have to like suggest, like, go and see a dietitian or stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, listen, maybe you should go see a
Yeah.
dietitian because it might be you might need a little bit
yeah,
extra.
Yeah, of course.
And they're like, what? You can't fix it? I'm like,
Yeah.
no, I think you need a little
It's
bit
mental.
extra.
It's all mental.
It's
We're more like counselors for the head, because
Yeah.
we deal with more of that. Like I hear more. Well, right now working with postpartum women, it's more of like, well, I mean, I hear a lot of sad stories, but a lot of it is I can't breastfeed because, I'm working 2 or 3 jobs, and, just all of these things. And sometimes, you just need someone to listen and
Right.
give them one suggestion. And that one tip and one suggestion goes a long way. So they just need someone to listen to. And then they'll start making the changes when they feel ready.
fitness is kind of like a
really
is a therapy.
It is a therapy.
It's a
Yes.
huge therapy,
It
and,
is.
and it plays a huge thing. We was talking about it. What was it, last week or something? That we used it as a tool to help clear the mind and things like
Absolutely. Absolutely.
that. Like so yeah, I can understand when someone comes to your office and they're like, "Yo, they're just gonna lay it out."
They
on
they
the
told me
table.
the craziest. I had. Okay, all right. This is the real shit talker.
Yeah,
Go ahead, go
You
say it.
talk
Say
shit
it.
all day.
No censorship.
Well, there's no censor.
No.
So I had a client who came in.
Just don't say their names.
No, I don't remember their name. I barely
Okay.
remember the person I saw yesterday's name. I know them by numbers.
We're just all numbers to her.
All numbers. She's
She's
giving us candies.
Right?
Well,
Just
what's our name?
I was like, number
All right, what's our
764.
What's our name?
746. 780. Okay.
I feel attacked with 780.
No, I forgot what I was saying.
Like, just 780. Like, I feel
780?
attacked.
No,
what's
now I
744?
forgot.
It sounds
what
like
I
you're
was
bad.
saying.
That's like, that's
We
that-
remember more of their like life stories. Like, oh, that's the one that blah blah blah. That's the truck driver. You know.
All right. So yeah. So what happened to
So
this?
you're the podcast. So he came in, body fat percentage over 50%, bawling in my office, just crying, and I was like, oh, what do I do? And he's like, I can't get it up because of my weight.
Yo,
And
I
I was
had
like-
a guy like that.
So this was like my second week there, and the first time I meet this guy, and I'm like, okay, relax. Like, I have to figure this out. Like, how do I have to be very sensitive to now his situation? So I just listened. You sit there and you listen. He ended up losing a really good amount of weight, and I barely gave him a lot of nutritional advice because, again, we worked on one thing at a time, one tip at a time, and he did very well. And he ended up getting divorced, but
I'm getting divorced because he was working now.
yeah.
He was like,
He got
like, nah, you know what? This ain't just for you, baby.
and he got it working.
I'm working hard.
People
yo.
will tell me everything. Like, they'll tell me just.
He came back
That's
like,
the first
listen.
thing he told me, and I'm like, okay. But he was also like in his late 50s. So
I don't
I'm
think other guys know how depressing that really is to me.
I guess
don't
I
think
wouldn't
women
know.
will
I don't have
understand.
one, so I don't know.
It's like losing a friend.
Yeah, I guess.
It'd be like losing a friend.
And then he told me he couldn't even see it. It was things like
Oh,
that.
baby! I'd have been like, "Come, get hugged."
No, I didn't want to
Out of
hug
my
him.
shoulder. Out of my shoulder. That's when you need. That's when you need
Really?
another guy to come in. Come in. Come on. If I would have been there, I'd be like, "You can't do what? Come on.
He can't
Let me
see
go.
it.
You wanna
It's
go?
okay.
Wanna cry together?" But no. Yeah, man, losing that guy.
That's fucked up.
It's messed up. Yeah, it's messed
So
up.
losing weight, so it's good for your
Yeah.
confidence and it's good for your sex drive.
I had a guy that
So we agree
had
with
an
all
issue
that.
with that. He was telling me we worked together for 6 weeks, and he just told me right after. He's like, I was told I need a trainer, and I go, okay. He goes, I'm just gonna tell you what it is. I need to lose weight because he wanted to get testosterone therapy. He wanted to get testosterone, but he was like, they were saying he was just heavy. So he found me, and then he was just like, well, I gotta lose weight because it doesn't work.
Okay.
And I go, what don't work? He goes, I'm thinking like, he's a heavier guy. I'm like, well, like his hand don't work, his knee don't work. Like, you know what I mean? I work with people who got injuries.
Yeah,
and
of course.
I'm like, what don't work? He goes, it don't work. And I go, oh. We gonna take you to the promised land. You understand that? We gonna make it happen. He made it happen 6 weeks. He started, and then we just gave him a few exercises that would just drive his testosterone up the roof. And
Okay,
then,
good.
And it was good. It was good. So exercise works.
Exercise helps.
Helps the man too. Sexual.
Well, even people who for ED, I know a couple people who were fairly skinny, like between us. And they didn't. And then they started working out, and it raised their testosterone. Their libido went up with
and
it.
then they get divorces.
Right?
Then
They get divorced. And they're like, listen. I thought we were happy, but damn. Can't let this go now.
Right?
No, you have to stay with your spouse. If you were with your spouse when they were bigger, you gotta stay with them when they're small.
There's
That's
a whole
not
bunch
fair.
of ladies now stuffing that man with food. Like, what the fuck are you? Going to the gym? No, we're going to the buffet. Not
No,
going to the gym.
support each other. You guys should support each
Go
other.
get a burger.
No, that's what my wife did. Like, as soon as I stopped working
fed
out,
you?
right away, just started
Oh,
feeding me. Like,
listen.
made me go, like, lose a shit
Well,
ton
you
of
just said you
the-
wanted to gain weight. So.
Yeah, but, like, I was gaining
She's trying to
weight.
help you.
Not where I wanted it.
Nah.
So I was going to
She's
the
trying
gym.
make
I was
sure
eating
you
healthy
stay in
and
the
eating a
house.
lot, though, right? So I'm like, cool, we're good. As soon as I stopped going to the gym, somehow double stuffed Oreo appears, some Chips Ahoy's appear in my house.
All the time.
I'm like, what's this?
But they don't know.
And since I didn't go to the gym, I was like, all right, you know what? Here's some Oreos. Let me get a cup of milk and let's watch some Netflix.
Yeah.
Little bit I know, she just watched me as I'm devouring my Oreos. She's smart. She's like 4 Oreos in a sitting. I ate a whole roll.
Stop it. 2 Oreos is a serving.
Yo, that's what I said.
I ate a
Every
whole
time
roll.
I see someone eat, I was like, okay, that's 1 serving. Don't eat 2 more. All right, that's 2 servings. They're just
Nah, I'll
like
tell you right
300
now.
calories right there. Okay.
You start counting. Man, that must drive you insane.
Yeah, it's fun though. I can see how many calories is in. Well, you're supposed to learn that.
Yeah.
So in my test coming up, it'll say 1 piece of toast with peanut butter, orange. You know, it'll give me a whole breakfast and it'll say how many calories and how many carbs and how many fat is in this. So you have to.
Jeez.
Yeah. So
I'd have been like,
now it's
get
like
my phone out.
no,
How
they
many
take your phone
calories are
away.
in toast?
No, they take.
And toast.
It's
That's
80
what
calories.
you always
15
gotta-
grams of carbs.
You always got to scream back. It never says it right. It's like, how many calories in toast? Did you say boat? I said toast. Calling goat. I said. But not definitely. No, I can't. That's crazy. You have to remember all of that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I remembered it, most of it now.
Are you insane?
It's
So you
fun.
could like
It's
when you go
fun.
inside like ShopRite, right? We'll just say like a food store for anybody else listening. You just see calories.
Supermarket, yeah.
Like you just go in and you
Yeah.
just see
100, 100, 200, 100.
Wow. God, yo.
It's so much fun, though. I love it. At parties, I'll look at someone's plate. I'm like, 560 calories, 25 grams of carbs.
Yo, I will have you next to me all the time. Like, yo, what's good with this? Good. Is this good for me for the week? No?
For the
No?
week.
No? We good?
So, all right, I went to Aldi's, and I was minding my own business. I don't know, do I have like an aura that I'm a nutritionist? I don't know, because
Maybe.
someone came and was like, wow, does this look good for me to buy and eat for breakfast? And
Maybe
I'm
it was
like,
what was in your cart.
Maybe.
Because I had a bunch of like greens.
You
My
see?
cart was just full of greens.
Oh,
And he's like, what do you think? And I was like, what? Who is this guy? So
you just broke it
I
down.
I was nice. I was
No.
like, so what you're going to do is you're going to blah, blah, blah. And I broke it down. He's like, wow, great. You know,
This
it's
is where
nice
you
meeting
messed
you.
up.
And he just left. And then someone behind him was like, hey, is this a good? And I'm like, what is going on here?
This is where you messed up.
that's-
This is where you're supposed to have a business card in your bag. Be like, it is healthy, but here's my card. If you want to
Yeah.
come in for a consultation,
See?
I
Yeah,
got
yeah.
you.
You gotta be
You're good.
ready.
I need a manager.
Yeah, we
I
hustle
suck
all
at
day.
See,
No,
I-
I was there
I-
for like 30 minutes. That's a whole right there. That's $50 I could have done.
I'll be
you should've
100%
handed them your
honest.
information.
Dietitians charge $100 an hour.
Look.
That's $50.
That's $50.
Like, I'll be honest right now. I'm an idea guy, so I'll just give you a bunch of ideas.
Yeah,
you
please.
implement them, and you go.
Yeah.
But I will want
We'll
royalties.
swap.
So you
Oh,
here, guys, right? So if
Hey,
she gets
hey,
wealthy,
hey,
Yeah.
hey,
I
hello.
better be right
Royalty?
behind.
No, we'll swap diet plan.
This one-
For your next kid's birthday, I'll do the dessert table.
What do you mean?
And
I
then,
don't know.
oh,
my
so
sister
you
loves baking, so you can't take that away.
Okay.
Like for
I don't
me,
bake. These are desserts.
Yeah. How do you make desserts? How do you put them in?
No, I just dip them in chocolate and make.
Oh, that's right, because
Yeah.
you cut up the donuts. No, she makes the cake pops.
Oh no, it's too
Yeah.
much work. Too much calories.
What do you mean? You just make time.
It's too much time. I try to shorten my time. But yeah, I can swap that.
You see, so for my kid's birthday, normally my sister does some desserts. ShopRite's always the cake.
Yeah, ShopRite's good.
What's it called? I'm on the grill. We have a cajachina in the back.
Oh, that's good. No,
You see?
you're all set.
Let's try to.
For your kid's next birthday.
That's in a few weeks. I wanted to touch on that because before we actually have to sign off, you also did plans for kids.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm doing that currently.
Not
for-
plans. I'm sorry. Excuse me.
we
You also
do-
did
Nutrition counseling.
nutritional counseling for kids, right? So is that you're currently doing that now?
Yes. I
Okay.
do that now, and pregnant woman and postpartum woman, kids under the age of 5.
And
So
what
it's
are the
fun. I love it.
what is the heaviest child that you've seen come through the door?
All right. To be honest, we see more underweight.
Oh,
At that
underweight.
age?
Okay.
But I did see a 50-pound 8-month-old, and I was like, okay, something is wrong.
50
The kid could barely even. No, how old was he?
He
No,
got his
50.
his first
I'm lying.
wheelchair at that age.
He's 50-pound 2-year-old, not 8-month-old 2-year-old.
Oh, okay.
And he could barely even walk. So I was like,
Oh.
and the mom was pushing the stroller. And I was like, no, you have to have him walk. Because now you're not even
Enabling
helping. Yeah, you're enabling him.
I have a brother-in-law, right? He's a baby. He's a baby. Okay. Mom had him late. And he's so stocky.
Yeah.
But he's big. He's big for his age. He's one.
Okay.
But I think he's close to 50.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's not fat. He's just giant.
Maybe he's tall.
It's a giant baby.
Yeah, maybe he's tall.
And thick.
50.
Well, that's, she's thinking
that's just genetic, right?
Yeah, because
It could be
thinking
genetic.
about like that,
Genetic,
like my
right?
younger brother, you know Matthew, right? My
Yes.
younger one. He's maybe an inch or two shorter than me, right? 5'7". He's 12 or 13 right now, but he's pushing 200 pounds.
Okay.
You smack him, your hand goes numb.
Really?
He's just solid. Like he's a little chubby, but
That's what I'm saying. We don't really go off weight,
We'll go off on it.
right?
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So that, like, to me, weight does, like, if you tell me your weight, I'm like, okay,
Right.
I have to really see what it looks on paper. Like, what does that mean? Does it mean that you're? I just burped.
You know, we're gonna probably sit here for like another 40 minutes after the show, right? Like you already know, we're probably just gonna be like, yo,
just
go
tell me
ahead,
you're
put
busy and
all
run.
my
Say you're busy and
put
run.
here's all my information. You know what I'm saying? And then where can I get all the muscles at? Like, cause this is what I want.
Except your shoulders.
Yes.
It's always back to the shoulders when you bring it up, boy.
No, but for
you-
kids, I see more underweight.
Yeah. Have you?
So that's
done
fun. That's fun to do.
That? The
Because they're
bodybuilders.
more like picky eaters.
What
What
bodybuilders?
bodybuilders?
Have you ever did that?
At the sports nutrition, yeah. And we counted macros.
Wow.
Mhm.
So kids, adults, bodybuilders, she got it all.
I love it.
What else do you want?
Oh, what the-
Go
hold
kill
on.
them, Marv. Go kill them.
Is that church?
I don't know what that is.
That sounds like an organ.
An organ?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Are they trying to sound us off?
Bro, if this is how it's gonna go down, I swear they're gonna see some organs everywhere.
I see some. You got this, Marv. You the man. All right, everybody, just to let you know. Oh, my wife just sent me a picture of a goddamn something sparking in the house.
Ooh, hold on.
That doesn't look good.
We was having a problem with
That looks like a wire that's shorted on you, homeboy. Whatever that's plugged into, tell her to turn it off.
Yeah, okay. Huh?
Whatever that's plugged into, turn it off.
Yeah, we did.
All right. Do you need me to stop by, see what it is?
Maybe. I'm
All right,
I'm
cool.
gonna see.
So electricians charge $150 an hour. So
Are you?
yeah, I'm an electrician.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at that.
Like
It all
that.
See,
depends
I
on-
learned something new, too.
Right?
Yeah, just
this
let you-
loud ass music just
Sorry about
killed
this.
the vibe.
This killed the vibe. We was vibing. Somebody started playing the organs. It's the problem we having certain musicians too close to the studio.
It worked.
Marv went over there and had to
Word.
assassinate somebody.
Which, by the way, shout out to Marv starting
out to
his
Marv.
podcast.
Yeah,
Finally.
Marv, I seen that. You started
Planted
a
that seed. It's
podcast.
about to start soon.
I seen it,
Ooh,
boy.
a long time coming.
Long
Right?
time. I see you got your first.
So
guest
wait,
on
what
guest
about
one.
what about you real
No,
quick? We'll
yes.
go to Marv later. What about you real quick? Would you think of anything? Because you're talkative,
You're right.
I
Right?
talk a lot.
right? You like these, I guess, obvious questions like what's the difference?
love
between
it.
So
I love it.
would you ever consider doing one for people? Because I know my wife, she messaged on the page to get information from you. I was like, all right, I gotta get some information now.
Right.
In reality, I don't know what information she wants. All I know for me is I need to try to gain weight healthily.
Yeah.
What? Say that again.
What?
Say that last word again.
Healthily. He
Healthily.
made that up. That's cute. That's
Okay.
cute.
Yeah,
Oh,
bro.
and also it's Nutrition Month. I can't believe I didn't mention.
Nutrition month.
It's
Yes.
nutrition.
See.
March is Nutrition Month.
Y'all thought I did
This
this.
is
Y'all thought I
is
did
this
this
a
by
coincidence?
accident? No,
Yeah.
this is
This
on
is-
purpose
yeah,
because
thi-
I'm in the game.
So March 13th is Dietitian Day.
yes.
So please give me a shout out, Dietitian.
let me-
Wait, you said what?
Dietitian Day, and it's Nutrition
It's
Month.
March 13th.
March 13th. Because I did a billboard at work for that.
You know the 14th? You know what the 14th is?
Of March?
Yeah.
What?
Pie. It's Pie Day.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
So it's Dietitian Day and Pie Day?
Yeah, they're like, go see a
3.14.
dietitian
That,
and waste
and
your
then-
goddamn
and then-
time tomorrow. Eat some pie.
And then
That's what we
also
doing.
it's the I guess the male version of Valentine's Day.
Is it?
Yeah.
Get out.
Wait,
The
You know what it is though?
The 15th is
No,
supposed
14th.
The 14th? Oh, yeah. The
Oh,
14th is supposed to
It's
be.
steak and
Get out. Wait, what's it called? What's it called? What is it? Something perverted?
Yes.
What is
It's
it?
steak
Steak and
BJ.
blowjob day.
Do you give a steak and
And give a blow.
at the same time?
Give you want to give one? That's fine, man.
You're supposed to receive a steak and a BJ.
At the same time.
That's even better.
That's better.
I'll put the plate on her head and just eat it that way.
Put it on the No,
How
I
could you
can eat at the table. She can just be on the table.
No.
Gloop.
What happens if she decides to put her hair up?
Let me get the juices running down. I'm sorry, baby.
Oh, that on my hair? No
What if she-
thanks.
she can- you
Don't
get
put no
steak
steak
sauce?
meat on my hair.
Got that A1 cooking. Girl, you put your foot in this one.
Oh my gosh. Wait, I can't believe that's a day. Who made that day?
I don't
up?
know how that happened, but we found out about it like 2 years ago.
No, I was for a while. I've known. It's just,
Yeah,
I've tried to tell as much people as I
It's
can.
supposed to be like.
Well, my man don't like steak, so guess he's
Oh.
not getting this.
Yeah, I mean, trying to come up, whatever. I mean, I guess you could be chicken steak or whatever.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know. What it is I have a lot going on, but I would have to make the time.
What,
No,
what?
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking
I'm
about
about to say, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm thinking about steak and blowjob.
I don't know where we
we
got that from. I don't know where we got.
You said today was you said March and
No, but before you was like to make a podcast because your wife was asking
Oh yeah,
questions.
yeah, saying like that was like that.
You guys
All
are
right,
terrible.
relax.
Because y'all perverted. That's why.
I'm not perverted.
I was just sitting here minding my business.
You were laughing at her.
Yeah.
I was just smiling because I knew how it was going to come out on video. But God. Yeah,
So, yeah.
podcast.
Oh.
Guys.
I don't know the answer. I just started like my professional Instagram, which I'm too late for that. I don't even have a business card yet. I'm slowly starting again because
we'll talk.
yeah.
You-
Please
it's-
help me.
We'll talk.
You know it's
Help
never
me.
too late because just like
No,
you
I
have
know.
clients who are 50 years old starting to make their life better with their diet
Absolutely.
and their way of life,
Yeah.
right? Their behavioral that you're fixing for them.
Yes, behavioral
You see?
changes. Yeah, so I definitely want to. I want to get started. I'm motivated. I'm no longer doing my internship. You know, I am still doing my master's. So sometimes I feel like because I'm still doing that, like I want to get that out of the way first. But why? You know,
Well,
why
can
wait?
you give advice at least? Like,
I can.
okay, so they could pay for your advice. So, shout out your professional Instagram.
Yeah, so it's Adaly ADALY_RDN, which stands for Registered Dietitian Nutritionist.
Yes. All right, we'll try to put a link in the bio. You guys send that to me.
Yeah, because I want to post like just fun stuff, recipes, motivational,
Right.
you know, things. I'm trying to, you know, every Instagram has like a theme, so I think that's gonna be my theme. I cook and then I put it on a plastic plate, so you're not gonna see really my cooking because I don't know, it just doesn't look presentable. But I will like see recipes and post.
But
them up.
why, in a sense of saying like that, like for me personally, I would want to see that
Something more like
because
natural.
when I make a one pot pasta at home, it does not look like the picture online. When
I know, but you want to make it look presentable.
Hey, you-
Okay, the first thing
This
to
is what you
to
do. You
food
have-
is
you have-
present.
Yeah.
You know, to look.
this is what you do. You, when
Right.
you get the recipe that you have,
Yeah.
you go with what they show online.
Yeah.
You have expectation versus reality. This
Yeah.
is how real meal prep. There you go.
Yeah,
you
I
have
like
your
that.
real food
That's
going.
Cute. No, that's a cute one too.
So
I also want to put. I'm sorry to cut you off. I also want to put before and after. So like my sister was one of my first clients, and she lost about 40 pounds. And she looks amazing.
Hey, and
so
then-
she's one. I'm probably gonna post her today. I'm gonna take a picture of her today. And her and I, it was just straight diet and exercise. You know, but I was with her. I was meal prepping for her. So I did the work for her. She just stayed motivated, and she still maintained it off after maybe 6 years,
Nice.
which is nice. So if you can maintain your weight off for 5 years, that means more that you can maintain it for life. So that's also, I like to put that out there. 5 years, maintain your weight off. And that can equal for life.
Okay.
Right?
Right. There's no fast way to do this, people.
No.
There's no quick fix. That's what she's trying to tell you. If anything.
Absolutely.
I know we've been silly and everything else today, but if you get anything from anything, if you're a professional, if you're someone who's an athlete or do something like that, you need to be doing your goddamn homework.
Yeah, it's a lot.
You gotta be doing your homework. You do your macros?
I don't do macros.
No, professionals.
For professionals, follow macros.
Professionals follow
because
macros.
That's more for lean body.
Yes.
Yeah. Or for endurance.
Yes. If you are a regular or you just got a 9 to 5 or whatever, you do your BMI.
You can follow your BMR and BMI.
BMI and BMR.
Yeah.
All right. Also, make sure check out the other episodes. Shout out to everybody with the new followers. That's awesome. Thank you,
this
followers.
This was fun. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming.
You Revolving Door. Anytime you want to come.
Thank you.
Just
I appreciate it.
We'll definitely want to touch base more after your test.
Yes, so Mike, I don't want to tell you when it is.
I don't want to go
myself.
too deep into it because I know you have the test coming up.
I know.
And I don't want anyone to be like, oh, you can't really say that yet.
Yeah.
So
I know.
I didn't want to dive too deep, but definitely right after the test, we're gonna dive heavier into it.
If I pass
and
it.
any way we can support each other, we will.
Thank you.
Check out the Instagram, the Real Shit Talkers. Hashtag TRST. The motherfucking dragon, Jack, Adelie.
Thank
We out.
you.